City Council has declared a climate emergency for the city. If we could just get a definition of what that means, exactly, what is a, what does that mean, a climate emergency? And not only that, what can come out of this practically? Like as you know, many people get frustrated with climate change because they feel it's such a big, overwhelming global problem that they can't make a difference. So tell me about the city declaring this emergency.
Yeah, so there has been sort of discussions about it for a couple months. Particularly, there were some individuals and groups that were really pressuring, putting pressure on City Council to sort of act on it. And we've seen numerous other municipalities, both in Ontario and Canada more broadly, and internationally, who have taken this step to declare a climate emergency. And it means different things in different municipalities. In Peterborough. And part of the reason that there was a lot of debate about it was, again, this, like, well, what does it mean? Is it just a symbolic gesture? Normally, when you have, an emergency, you have an emergency management plan, and so what does that look like? So those are still things that are sort of getting sorted out. But basically, my understanding of, the rationale behind why it was declared the other week was, a lot of it was to sort of raise awareness, to raise that flag, and then to have discussions that are coming forward kind of come through that lens.
Right.
So Kingston, for example, and one of the councillors that brought that motion forward to Kingston was in Peterborough a couple weeks ago to talk about their experience. They've adapted their reports that come forward to council to talk about what the impact on, how it talks about like budgetary implications and timelines, and so now they've got a lens through which climate change will be looked at.
So climate change is a consideration in all their considerations.
In any of their decisions. So we're looking at that. There is a lot of work being done on climate mitigation at the city. It's just it's kind of hard to point to because it's, in waste management, we're doing stuff on reducing plastics. And in stormwater management, we're doing stuff around flood abatement. So there are sort of like 100 different things that are happening that would qualify as actions that are to mitigate climate change.
Right.
So I think that this declaration, we're then going to work towards sort of compiling a list of, okay, here's what we're doing, but then also moving forward, how do we make sure that decisions we're making are seen through that lens?